kwetu, haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi.
The world belongs to all of us. We are all entitled to a good life, a peaceful stay, a loving hand, care, and this can be achieved if all of us decide to give a helping hand. Hearken to this voice.
There is someone calling out there, can you hear the voice? The voice is getting louder, saying, won't you come and rescue?
Do you hear the voice or you just take it like some noise?
But I join them to make the voice be louder. I understand how they really feel. The feeling is for real. There is a voice for hungry children.
There is a voice for dying men. There is a voice for weeping women.
Yeah. And there is only one thing we can do. Yeah. Come on. Hand in hand, standing tall. Come on. Divided we will fall. Come on. Come, let's give a helping hand. Come on.
My thoughts about the MP's salary increment. For me, I think it's a selfish act whereby they don't think about the common mananchi who's struggling hard to get something into the pocket, maybe to get food for the day. For me, I think they are not thinking about what people in the slums are going through, or even they just think about themselves. I think what they should do right now is to start working and not concentrating so much on their increment, because so many of them have not been working. What they've been thinking about is their salaries, and they are not thinking about what's going on and what should be done where they were voted and the people who voted for them.
There is a voice for hungry children.
There is a voice for dying men. There is a voice for weeping women.
To me, that I think is an injustice done not only to the Kenyan people, but also to the constitution, because they are supposed to be respecting the Serem Commission, because it is the body which has been mandated by the responsibility of vetting and endorsing salaries, for particular, or rather for different public officers.
History ya MPs kuongezwa do, in my own opinion, sioni ikiwa poa, kwa sababu kitu ya kwanza wananchi, specifically youths mitaani, hawana job. Kazi yao ushinda wameketi. Most of the time that's why unaona wana involved in so much drug abuse na nini. But specifically ukiangalia poa, when our MPs walikuwa wanafanya campaigns, hawakuja kutuambia that ukienda huko wataenda kuitisha more money. So if anything, they should have come watuambie sisi tukiingia bunge, the first thing tutaitisha pesa ndio tukuje tuwagawie huku mitaani. But hawakufanya hivyo. In the first place, they should have done that ndivyo wakuja wa demand tungewa support. But for now, hapana tu sioni kiwa fair.
I really feel that it's very unfair. It is selfish of them. It's so unfortunate because it's also very immoral. First of all, this salary review and mention was done way before they were even nominated for the seats, before they were even nominated for the seats. So it's not a new thing to them. They were aware, they knew what they were getting themselves into. So for them to get into parliament and start demanding for this very ridiculous pays, it's basically just an abomination.
Wanafaa watu serve badala waache sisi tusafe. Kulingana pia na vile nimei bring through kwa freestyle yangu Mr. Politician Knockout, pia vile K-Nel amei put kwa M.P.I.G.S, of which acronym ni Members of Parliament Implementing Greedy Stance. Wanafaa kwanza wadu job yao kabla waanze kuulizia do zingine mob. So yani ni cry yangu, yani nikirepresent wa Kenya wote, tushikane mikono kwanza wa call off hizo laws na implementations mingi of which kwanza hata waje do job, kwanza wadu job yao, alafu baadaye wakitaka do na washafanya job do watapata.
And there is only one thing we can do,
As for me, the only issue that a member of a parliament is being elected to go to the parliament, the issue is to go and serve the people who elected him or her to serve. The issue of increasing salary, it should come after he has done his job.
I believe what I think the government should do to improve us as the common Mwananchi. First of all, the youth fund they were talking about. We as a youth have been promised 6.5 billion. I have not seen any money from that. I heard it was to be divided between the youth and the women. Second, what I believe is that the money that we were to be given will do us more benefit if it was to be given to us without it being divided between us and the women, because we have more needs than the women, but we do respect the women. The government also should invest in our local sectors. Many people are out there jobless, but their ideas, people have got ideas in their mind. There are people who run small businesses, which the government can improve through the youth fund. So if they talk about improving our living standard and my living standard, it's about them coming to the grassroots and knowing what we want.
Yeah, I really feel the government should focus more on their manifesto. When I listened to them, when they were launching it, when the new government was launching their manifesto, and when I went further and read it, I really appreciated it, because at the end of the day I felt that it's concentrating more on the common mwananchi. I'm one of the common mwananchis, and that's why I went ahead and felt that by me contributing in bringing in this new government, I was really going to benefit. So basically, I really want this government to concentrate on the things that are affecting me, like for example the tax. I feel that this tax is too high. I don't know what they're gonna do to just reduce it, because at the end of the month, really, you go home with nothing, all in the name of tax.
I've heard about K-Nel song, and what I think about it, it's a high time that the MPs realize that Kenyans have a voice, and Kenya is bigger than one's pocket, and it's bigger than one person, and it's bigger than one's pocket.
Wow, K-Nel has hit the nail on the head. Like, he's really talked about the problems that are facing the common mwananchi. Uyo mama, that mtoto, that poor guy down there, viazi moja shilingi 10, really, where are we headed to? He should have also mentioned nyanya moja shilingi 10, nyanya kidogo sana. and kitungu and all that. Like really, the food prices are up there.
It's a good song. One thing inaongea about the reality, ile mambo iko kwa ground, wale watu wanasafa. Na ndio kitu na believe K-Nel alifanya kitu ya maana sana kutoa hiyo song. Do most people, even Kenyan artists, most of them hawaja concentrate so much na kutoa ukweli. One thing, Kenyans are already tired, and what they need right now is something to keep them thinking, so that they can change their attitudes towards how they deal with their own leaders, how they bring their leaders to account.
My name is Boniface Mwangi. I'm a photo activist. I'm opposing the salary increment for members of parliament because they earn so much in a very poor country. In a month, they take about $10,000 a month. They drive tax-free cars that are bought by taxpayers. Their cars are fueled by the Kenyan taxpayer. They have bodyguards. They have secretaries. They have a fully furnished office. They have so many parks, and they only work 3 days a week. And they work on Tuesday, it's a half day, then Wednesday and Thursday, 3 days a week, and they are getting like about $10,000 a month. So when they were vying in March, before we went to the elections, they knew how much they're going to get if they win the election. And so they were elected. They have been in office for less than 2 months, and they're demanding a pay rise. Normally, this is how it works. You are given a job, you take the terms. If you do a very good job, you can ask for an increase. But you don't blackmail the whole country to demand an increase of the salaries. And they haven't discussed any critical motion in parliament. So the first agenda, and so far it has been the only agenda, is their salary increase. And Kenyans are mad about that. They're trying to mobilize young people to say no to their greediness, to say no to parliamentary dictatorship. It's very tyrannical. It's a tyranny. It's actually a tyranny of parliament, where they are the tyranny and they want us to be the slaves. Where us, we employed them. They are our employees. They have that job because we voted. We queued to give them a job to go and serve us. And as a young person, what they should be discussing in parliament is about jobs. We have thousands, millions, tens of millions, because 78% of the population of this country is under 35. They're unemployed. They don't have jobs. What you want them to do is create just jobs and create a conducive environment where jobs are created by the government. So basically, our members of parliament have failed us. They've been in office for less than 2 months, but they have failed us completely. 78% of the population of this country is under 35. We're 42 million, and the majority of the people in this country are under 35. Most of us have no jobs, and there is no hope that you're going to get a job in the near future. And instead of the members of parliament getting together to discuss how jobs can be created and how they can fight poverty, they are joining hands and coming together in unity to get an illegal pay rise. And that's what we have a problem with. We have a lot of insecurity from Mandera, Bungoma, Garissa, Al-Shabaab, common criminals. Nothing is being done about it. Our police force is ill-equipped, they're badly housed, they're poorly paid, and they expect them to do their job. I think the people who deserve a pay rise right now, at this particular moment, is the Kenya police force. They deserve to be paid well. And our members of parliament, because they do the hard job. Our members of parliament are behaving like overgrown, pampered kids, demanding for things that they don't deserve. They're like, oh, mommy, I want this, mommy, I want that. Kenya is not their mother. We are their employer, so they should behave.
Cheer! Babs on the track, K-Nel. Been having this record 4 years, right? 4 years! Who you see or everybody won't belong. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO, wanasema wananjaa DLO, waliyopwenye bunge wanashira law. Who you see or everybody won't belong. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO, wanasema wananjaa DLO, walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. This is reincarnation of Bob Marley. Kwenye mic nikipigania haki wasio na mali. This the French Revolution Mali. They gonna say I go crazy like a Bob Marley. Ulingia bunge umekonda kama Whitney. Ukitoka umeongeza kilo kama Britney. I'm speaking for Kenya, can you feel me? Even men they kwenye jiko they can feel me. Let's give more money to the doctors. Let's give more money to the teachers. Those cleaning offices with vacuum cleaners. Can you feel us? When you see your river, you might below. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO. Wanasema wananjaa DLO. Walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. When you see your river, you might below. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO. Wanasema wananjaa DLO. Walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. I feel the want to push the camel through the needle. When the step in parliament, forget about your people. Kenya is not about you, it's about us. Kenya is not about you, it's about us. Now you wanna get more money, huh? Forget about the people in the ghetto, huh? Forget about those who ain't got no bread, huh? People dying cause of water, huh? Viazi moja shilingi 15. Mzee na familia watatu watano. When your paycheck 5,000. Do the math, huh? When you see your river, you might below. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO. Wanasema wananjaa DLO. Walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. When you see your river, you might below. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO. Wanasema wananjaa DLO. Walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. This is a reality. This is the truth. Why do you think you got the people saying they want to occupy the parliament? Why do you think the people take the pigs to the parliament? Tell me right now. It's the pain. It's the anger. Watu wamekasirika bana. When you see your river, you might below. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO. Wanasema wananjaa DLO. Walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. When you see your river, you might below. Watu wangu wanakufa DLO. Wanasema wananjaa DLO. Walio kwenye bunge wanashiba low. The revolution has been televised, people. The revolution has been televised. K-Nel.